Hello, lovely humans. XFM Friday, yet again. I don't know where time is going. It's just kind of going. Like recently, I just had a month anniversary of having moved, which is crazy because it didn't feel like a month. I'm having the best time, by the way. Everything is just, breaking and stuff. But I'm having fun. It's fine. Anyway. Also, my bedroom currently looks like, I guess, any room from Silent Hill. And the, building council administration, whatever you want to call it, said they need to at least wait a month. So, yay! But I got my rainbows. I got a couple plans. Gitana's doing better. So everything is absolutely fabulous. Everything is awesome. Okay, also, this little sparkly static stuff, it's not your phone, it's not your TV, it's not your screen, it's me. But this was the best I could do. So, don't worry about it. Anyway, Series 2, Episode 34. I don't understand how season, 0 was, 10 episodes, for example. Series 1 was, I don't remember, but say 20. Series 2 is 50-something, I think. And then 3 and 4 are just 10 and 12. How does that work? I don't get it. How is Series 2, what Series 2 was a whole year? Or more, because I don't know how many episodes there were. I don't get how they divided that up. But whatevs. Still going. Series 2, Episode 34. No idea what it's going to be about, but let's find out. Also, oh, the controversy of the last episode, hamburgers and grapes is what I called it. I absolutely love how the room, being the comment section, is literally divided 50-50 by everybody saying that I'm an idiot, that I don't understand how banter works, and the other half saying, oh, you're totally right, that is totally bullying, and it was hard to watch. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. My opinions are mine. You don't have to share them, but there were some rude comments because people don't share opinions that I share. I don't know why that's okay, but whatevs. You know what? Doesn't matter. I don't know why I brought this up. I just thought it was funny because it was literally half and half, the comments I got. So, you know what makes the world a better place? Agree to disagree. It's the best thing you can do. So we're just going to sit that one aside, and this hopefully will be something completely different. Cheapest chips. Nice. Okay, I know that bus.
The bitter end. That's the first.
I don't know where that is, but I know that bus. I know those colors. I just am working on Mandy's. Hey, and all I got was this t-shirt. Hey, I paid, man. They charged me way too much, too. I'm pissed about that. But I love how the background goes changing. All right, we're good.
Placebo, The Bitter End. That's the first single to be lifted from their forthcoming album, Sleeping with Ghosts, which you can hear in full on the XFM online listening posts. I'm Ricky, you cheeky little devil. Gervais.
Oh, what a
with
good
me,
photo.
Steve. All right, ladies, what can I get you to drink?
What a good
do you
photo.
think I made the money? I meant half a mile or something. Merchant. And Carl. Oh, I'm stressed. If it's too hard, I don't want to do it. Pilkington.
Indeed. Oh,
right.
well, it's nice to be back, Rick. Rick, I heard a rumour that you weren't going to be playing great music today. I'm assuming that's wrong.
It is wrong. This is what I mean about the grapevine and just Chinese whispers. I'm not having it. There's some great music coming up.
Right. I also heard that there was going to be some boring chat. Sorry, is that...
Well, I want names.
I don't want to name
and addresses.
Rick, but that's the gossip I heard.
It's totally wrong.
I heard it was going to be inane, ill thought out, often stupid.
No, Carl's not going to talk so much this week. We're going to try and sort of bring it back to real radio. So that's an absolute lie.
Yeah, great.
Good.
All
right, Carl, had a good week.
That sounded like a ball being
All right, Carl, had a good week.
diminishing the height it bounces
an
at.
absolute lie.
Great.
Yeah, great.
Great. All right, Carl, had a good week.
Yeah, not bad.
Have you?
Finally.
Going on holiday now, aren't you?
Well, I will be doing later. Tell you about that later on.
What,
There's a hook.
Can I just check, because there are rules in place, aren't there?
Yeah.
There was a big bust-up in the week.
I'm only allowed to wind him up now. I'm not allowed to wind him up socially now. I'm not allowed to... What am I not allowed to do, socially?
I think squeezing the head. socially. It's been crossed off.
Right, okay, and I agreed to that, because it got to a head where, you know, Carl was really upset and he was thinking of
So you can
just
do it privately?
giving it all in, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, why was that?
Because you were just winding me up too much.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to bring it all up again?
I don't mind, what was I doing?
It was just...
I mean, I should say now that there was a conversation where we were all sort of really walking on eggshells. It was frosty. It was a conference call, and Carl was on one end, and I'll tell you, it was. I was very much a mediator. I was very much a UN mediator.
What do you think of that, Carl?
It was difficult to sort of keep it serious when I'm saying stuff like, "I'm sick of you putting a Burger King bag on my head." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a part of me that's like, I can't believe you're doing this.
Yeah.
But
What I like about it is that I'm laughing and going, well, I won't do that anymore. And he's going, you can still do it on air. And like today, I came in, I went to squeeze Eddie, went at 1 o'clock. I love those rules.
Yeah.
I love those rules.
Well, between the hours of 1 and 3 on a Saturday, you can squeeze his hair, you can put a
Right?
But I
thing back on his...
can't wait. It's terrible. Oh,
well, that
dear.
all started last week as well, really, because I got in a bit earlier to do an edit for you on some track that had swearing in it, right? So I get in early, he comes in, first thing he does is go to sort of squeeze me head. And my reaction was, not now, do it later. As if it's alright to do it later.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what made me think this isn't normal.
We should just point out, when we say squeezing your head, what exactly does that mean?
I put my hand on the front. I do 2 experiments, right?
Yeah.
One is the side, because you can crush an egg sideways, so I think that's more dangerous.
Right.
And I actually put my elbows out, and I press like a vice, and I really go for it until it really hurts. And the front one it shouldn't hurt so much, if my experiment's right. I don't know.
Well, it was all this that sort of, you know, built up.
Sure. And the research that you're doing there, Rick, is that going to be available online at some point?
Well, that was the problem. That's what I was saying to him, because it kind of started last week.
Well, it's been going on since we've known you.
I was going to say, what do you do last?
I just upped it last week.
It got out of hand a bit.
I upped it to when I think it got to ahead on Thursday when I filmed it.
That was it, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
I brought in a cameraman to film me torturing him, and there was some people from the 6th floor being shown round.
Yeah, some management and that, showing probably clients round, you know, sort of, they've probably been on all the different floors, saying what all the different radio
They've seen
stations
Dr.
do.
Fox.
This is XFM, the sort of this sort of noise going on.
Yeah.
You see them all look down and saying, don't do that, right?
Sure.
They might want to spend a load of money.
Yeah.
And he's doing that, he's wrestling with me, he's filming it. So that's when I just thought, you know...
Mad, isn't it?
And then when we were having the argument on the phone, I was saying, you know, has this been some sort of experiment?
He did, he said that, and of course I lost it.
Yeah.
But it's all good now.
Well, do you want to squeeze his head before we play the next record?
I won't at the moment, because we've got to get on. It's not right. And that annoyed me as well, because I was trying to find out where he was going. I was filming him. I was going on waiting for Carl. Told Johnny he's meeting a mate at 6, which annoys me on 2 counts. And I'm just doing it to the camera. You know, so I'm gonna follow him and just turn up and go, all right, where you been? But then when I came in, he went, I'm meeting a mate, and he told me where it was. So I told him that spoils my fun.
Of course. Because you'd want to just track him down.
I don't want him to like it.
Yeah.
Which is it's sort of pulled the rug under my carpet now that he's going to let me do you know what I mean? It's just, it's a little bit annoying.
It's that thing though, you see. This happened years ago to me, right? When, you know, you get pally with someone, and then you wind each other up.
Pally, okay.
And then there comes a time when you just go over the line.
Yeah.
Right?
What happened?
Well, it was this lad called Anthony, right? Who was my mate.
Yeah.
And we used to sort of
Every
always
time I hear Anthony, just no H, Anthony, I remember Ant-Man, where he named his like flyer Anthony every freaking time, and I just imagine freaking Paul Rudd with the little ant every time for some reason just flying around. I can't hear it because that's the first time I ever heard Anthony being a name. To me, it was always Anthony, and it just stuck with me because Anthony, like it's just I can't not make that connection.
And we used to sort of always have a little fight in the toilet and that. Right?
Sure.
Punch each other.
No, I want to wipe it.
And the punches, you know, used to get harder and stuff. And then, you know, so he hit me harder. Turned out into a proper fight.
Yeah.
I chipped his tooth on the sink. Right?
On the sink
This
sounds
happened at
heavy.
school, and it was time for assembly, and I thought, oh, and he's in the toilet crying. I thought, oh, go to assembly. There's police in there in the assembly that day telling people about unnecessary violence.
And you thought they were there for you?
So I'm like, oh no. Anthony's going to come in a minute, like crying with all blood coming from his mouth. I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Did
you go running and sleep?
That was an example of...
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of happened because I went out with a girl who he fancied.
How old are we now?
That's a good question.
About 8 or 9.
I think that's out of order, going out with a mate's girl.
Yeah, but she didn't like him. He had, like, big ears and that. He had no
Yeah, 'cause
chance,
you're
so why
such a
should I...
dick.
No, but do you know what I mean? All right, I haven't got the looks like I used to.
Sure, when you were 8.
But that's before the stress of, having head squoes and that sort of thing. I have aged a lot since.
Having your head squoze?
I love your own graph.
I absolutely love when so every once in a while I will look up something that Carl said or these guys said, and it is on the internet, but it's I love when it references it's only on the internet because of that, man. Oh. That's like the scream I scrumped. First appeared in the published works titled The Way of Many Waters. Gotcha. All right, that's hilarious.
That's the past tense, is it? Squeeze or to have squozed.
Oh, he did squoze his head.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
So,
What about a bit of Bowie? Let's
Bowie?
be my wife. Carl, I'm asking you.
Was that?
Let's make
I think
that
we can squoze
I
that
feel
in.
like there was more to that
be my
story.
wife, Carl, come on. Will you, miss me on holiday?
No.
Really?
No.
What? He's joking, I assume, Steve.
Well, I don't know.
Can you tell? I can't tell whether he's serious or not. What do you mean, no?
No, definitely not. I mean, I might, when I get back, I'll go,
Definitely not.
just have a quick chat, but I'm not going to be sat there going, I wish I was back in London for Ricky to,
I've squozed my head.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
No, I still won't.
No? Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. I was with Carl in the week, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, and was it last week? There was a programme on about the child who was older than her mum.
A child that was older than her mum?
Yeah, right, he was looking forward to as much as Oliver,
What?
the
Humanzy.
Humanzy, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it in the end. Did you miss it as well?
I missed it, so if
And
anyone's-
it's what it is this a little girl, and she's got an ageing thing. So he was telling me about this. It's all from him. He went, "And what it is, right? She's about 5, right? But she's aged, so she's actually 90, right?"
Oh,
And I went,
okay, yes,
"Oh,
I've
God."
seen.
Really, he went, "Yeah." And then he went,
I've
"Could
seen
she get
her.
served in an off licence?" I went, "No." He went, "Well, that's not fair." I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "Well."
Wait, what? There was a
Well,
fun
what-
fact. In part, thanks to places like this, binge drinking in the UK is almost a pastime, as around 15.6% of Brits are binge drinkers. Yeah, every time, especially every time there's stand-up talking about how British the Brits are, especially when the comedian isn't British himself, always comes up just like how much you guys like to drink. Like that's the fame. For some reason the fame is always rains, no sun. You guys are always drunk and always stabbing each other. But you guys are proper and polite while you do all those things. Like okay. I don't know. That's just what goes around like the grapevine, I guess. Is it true? Is it not? Every time I bring up the stabbing thing, I get comments saying, that's not true. I'm just saying. That's like the global fame you guys have. Or, well, you guys from there have. Because you're not all from there. But you know what I mean? It's just... that, like, you hear, the States, and you think... I don't want to say it. But globally, everybody thinks, okay, obesity and guns. That's like the first two things that comes to your mind. Argentina, first thing, Messi, football. Tango, I don't know. Empanadas, I don't know. I'm not sure. But, every place has their stuff. And this is a big one. Which is interesting, by the way, that it's so big because 15%... it's not that bad, but all right, whatever. Those 15% must, make a whole scandal of it for that to be so famous.
That's not fair. I went, "What do you mean?" I went, "No." He went, "Well, that's not fair." I went, "What do you mean?" He went, "Well, I said, she's 5 years old. She's a 5-year-old girl. He went, yeah, but she's got the body of a 90-year-old. So, oh, God, let her have a fag.
Wouldn't you let her have one, is she?
No!
Yeah. If you worked on an off licence and she wandered in, right?
Wandered in, like,
So
accidentally.
she's 2 for 6.
Well, I don't know, because I haven't seen it. I don't know that much about it.
Yeah, she's a
Again,
5-year-old. 2 for 6. It's just an ageing process, which is a degeneration of the cells, like what ageing is. It doesn't mean she grew into a 90-year-old woman with a scarf
No, exactly.
going around the streets. What did you imagine it looked like?
I don't know. I mean, she's ageing fast, yeah?
Yes, but it's more to do. It's not. Yes, yeah.
Because it was saying that her mum and dad are pretty stressed out about it, and I kind of thought, well, you'd be forever buying birthday presents.
Oh my God, what a creepy laugh!
It's not like she's morphing through various ages. Like, my God, look, she's 58 today. 59, we can't keep up.
Well, how's
It's
it
not that.
It's
How
not
does it work?
it has the same effect as aging on the body. So at a cellular level, there's a degeneration as quick as if she'd gone through. I don't know. I got this from you. I'm guessing, Carl.
It's not like she's watching Top of the Pops one week and she's loving it, then the next week she's going, I can't understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
She's not like music
It's all
in my
bland
day.
dance. I remember. I remember when I was 4.5. They were
Yeah.
real bands.
Now, that S Club 7 were excellent.
Yeah.
But what's this tripe? S Club.
But if she wants a fag,
Still on it,
She's
okay.
5 years old, Carl.
but she's got to experience everything in a short spell of time, do you know what I mean? You've got time to sort of...
I think you're thinking of her life like that Fatboy Slim video, where it starts off as something crawling out of the sea and then it evolves really quickly over 3 minutes. I don't.
Yeah.
That's not the case, Carl.
think I've seen
Her
that
mind
one.
isn't. She isn't aging in her mind at the same time.
No, she's
not living a whole life in 3 weeks. It's just her body is degenerating quicker than it.
Okay, but I understand everybody's point of view, right? Now, Carl isn't getting it the way he should be getting it, but his point is if her cells are, deteriorating so fast, her lifespan is going to be much shorter than, let's use the word average, even though average for humans is weird, but let's just say average. So, yes, the idea would be to cram in experiences as much as you can. 5 years old, maybe not so much, and the first thing, a cigarette, why does everybody have to experience a cigarette? That's kind of a weird take on life. But experiences, yes. For a 5-year-old, though. Cram in, I don't know, Disneyland and Toys R Us. That doesn't exist anymore. I miss Toys R Us. But, that kind of stuff, Kids' movies and experiences and parties and, I don't know. What do kids like? Rollerblading and stuff like that. Not adult experiences. Not, quick, she's aging, let's do cigarettes and cocaine and orgies. No, okay? Keep it appropriate, but cram in the experiences, okay? Best of both worlds.
Should.
So if you worked in odd bins, you wouldn't serve her with a bottle of wine?
No, I probably wouldn't.
Well,
Unless she had some ID, which
That's
would
a
probably
bit cruel,
be fake.
isn't it? I said, on top of all her other problems, he wouldn't even give us a glass of...
Yeah, a bottle of wine.
and her ID wouldn't look right, because she's aging all the time. So the photo would never match.
Yeah. Look at my hair there. That was last week.
Well, it was 2002.
Exactly.
Oh, dear.
We don't know enough about it, so...
No, I haven't seen it, so...
You've already spoke
maybe we
way
should
too
apologise,
much
because that could sound callous
to
and
not
cruel,
know
because I don't know what the whole...
It was just the
The,
title.
the vibe of the... Yeah,
What
I
was the
know the title that
It was
excited
something
you.
like, I'm older than my mum.
No, it's the child that's older than her mother.
Well,
Yeah.
so
Potato,
that was weird.
potato.
There's some good stuff on in the week. that I'll
You
talk
missed that,
about
though,
later.
didn't you? You didn't watch that.
Didn't see that. Saw,
Maybe someone have it on video for you.
yeah, if you taped it and you send it in.
Watch it on fast forward, she'd really age then. Imagine that. Whoa!
Well, we've got some weird stuff to talk about, though,
What?
coming up later.
What?
Darren Brown.
Oh, yeah.
That was interesting.
I know the fact that the
He comes
track...
up
We've
a
just
lot.
talked about him asking me nicely not to squeeze his head when people are around, and a girl who ages so quickly she should be served in odd bins, and he goes, but we've got some weird stuff coming up.
That's Carl's world.
Yeah.
That childish, creepy,
That's our
puppet
song, innit,
giggle
Carl?
is
Leave
so
all this
weird.
misery behind, isn't it? Turing breaks. painkiller. That's what I could do. I could sort of give you a little local anaesthetic and squeeze your head and see how far it would go before...
Start like when I get back off holiday.
Oh, dear.
Rick, I was watching music television this morning just before I came out.
I love it, I love it.
I kind of agree with Wyclef Jean.
Yeah.
That just because she dances loco, it don't make her a hoe. No.
No.
But I can't help but feel she's not helping her case. I mean, she's there every night, basically, getting them out for the lads.
I know.
For money.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean that she's a hoe or a whore, as we say, but I can't help but think if you think people are slagging you off, calling you a whore, get a different job. Because I'll tell you this, you like the money.
Yeah.
She likes the easy money.
I'll say this. If, well, basically exposing and sort of wobbling round your minge tits and arse doesn't make you a hoe, what does?
I don't know what does.
Look at Carl's head, just went down there, just went down. He doesn't like this sort of filth, do you?
He's thinking about Maxine.
Who's Maxine?
That's her name. Put on your red shoes, Maxine.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. It's a moving song.
What's the horse about at the end?
Horse, I've never understood that. Never understood that. Is Wyclef doing alright? Is he... I'm always a bit concerned about the Fugees, because I heard Lauryn Hill's her new album's apparently not very good. Nas, or whatever his name is, I don't know what's happened to him. He's disappeared off the face of the earth.
I've got a soft spot for him all. I think he
Yeah.
popped up too much. I think it was a bit ubiquitous, jumping up on everyone's... You know, he's a funny bloke as well.
Wyclef.
He's a
good
lovely
guy.
man.
He's a good
For
guy.
this
Good
to be
luck him.
radio, they're
So,
talking
good
like
luck
really
to,
low, really to
all the-
themselves,
all
really
the lads
fast, and
from
really
the
like me.
Fugees.
Any other
good.
bands you're concerned about? at the moment?
Hepburn, what the hell? What has gone wrong with Hepburn?
Oh, it does make me worry. It does make me worry.
Well, do you want to do some, give some
Features?
stuff away?
Aw, that sounded
I
cute.
suppose so, Carl, we could, yeah.
Yeah, set it up, set
What
it
do you
rolling.
think? What is it? Which of your many competitions is this?
Songs of phrase.
Talking of competitions,
Oh, we're still on that.
I
Okay.
remember last week there was a big argument that Carl kicked Steve off the team because he was getting a little bit uppity and trying to take it over.
Pub quiz. Isn't it?
Pub quiz, yeah, but then you let him back in, didn't you?
Well, he was alright. He came to me afterwards and said, you know, you're not going to kick me off, are you? And I said, well, yeah.
He came back sort of,
Well,
I
yeah.
suppose, begging. He sort of, was it embarrassing or...?
Well, no, it's just, you know...
He
I
learned
think
his lesson?
He realised he's overstepped the mark, like you have this week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We've all learnt a lesson.
Yeah, we all learned a lesson. But I won the quiz, didn't I, and you didn't?
Well, that doesn't matter.
No,
The thing is, we
but I
did
won all
well.
the money, didn't I?
Please
I won
bear
all
in
the
mind
money.
it's taking part that counts, Rick.
Yeah, sure. I wasn't winding you up in the quiz, though, was I?
And all your team was older.
Yeah.
What's that got to do with it? I've
Well,
learned
You've
more.
got a collective
They're
age,
more
your team, of
wisdomous.
about 300.
No, one of them was only
think-
actually, one of them's actually 5, but she's just aged a lot.
I think when I took the 11 plus, we were all around the same age. That's
Yeah.
what I mean,
Yeah.
right? Your team was a lot older. What was our average age, would you say?
Average age probably 30.
Right.
Yours at least 41.
No,
Definitely.
no.
Definitely.
Only 2 of us were 40 and 3 were about 30.
No, rubbish.
Yeah.
Who's 30?
Martin, Glenn's about
Glenn's-
36. Yeah, yeah. About 30, but
It all helps, doesn't it?
And
yeah,
you,
Alps.
and you've all got...
Arnold's under 30. Arnold's under 30.
And you've got a better general knowledge.
yeah. We were cheating.
Yeah.
We knew more.
You just knew more stuff.
Yeah,
Right,
that's
right.
not allowed, is it?
Proper quiz time.
But I
Anyway.
wasn't winding you up though when I won. I wasn't gloating or anything, was I?
No, that's all. When you kept sort of counting it in front of me and sitting,
Like he hasn't got enough cash already, Carl.
how much was it? How much was the prize?
I can't say. It'd be gauche. Right.
Oh, now
Is
I'm
that
curious.
tax-free, that money?
Yeah, it's a prize, isn't it?
Is that true, though? Is that how it works?
I think so. Prize money, isn't it? I don't know.
Well,
Right,
otherwise I assume you'll be declaring that.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, you'll be paying
Right.
tax on that.
Yeah.
Because you know where people... I mean, the taxman could contact you via XFM at any time
Yeah,
just to check
sure,
that if you wanted to.
Sure.
Sure. Okay, prizes to give away this week. You've excelled yourself again. We've got, once again, Scotland Rocks, the very best of Scottish music, Texas Deacon Blue,
Brilliant.
and Jerry Rafferty.
Proclaim's on there or not?
Proclaim is there, don't worry.
What they
Delegate's
got?
on there as well, don't worry.
Yeah, sweet.
Don't worry.
It's
Oh.
Biss on there. It's Biss on there.
I'm just checking to see if Midge and Hugh and Gry feature.
They're talking so
Yeah.
fast today.
The Rosillos as
I don't
well.
know if I'm slow because it's really freaking hot over here. Also, there's gonna be some nice rolling blackouts. Oh, like 20 minutes before I started, my lights were flickering and stuff. So, fingers crossed it doesn't cut out. But is it me or today are they like much more talking to themselves, kind of inwards and just fast for radio? Again, it could be me. Like, I felt horrible all day, man. It was hot today. And it's gonna be hot tomorrow. Yay! So looking forward to it.
Oh,
Gun.
brilliant. Brilliant.
That's
That's
great. So
brilliant.
look forward to
Is
that.
Lulu on there or not?
Oh,
Is she not on there?
I can't
Is
see
she
her,
not on there?
actually.
Is she not on there?
But
The
don't
wets,
worry.
are the wets on there? All the wets or not? Are the wets
Fairground
on there?
attraction.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
That's on there. So,
Brilliant. Is Wee Hootie McTooth on there and is Jamboree?
what's this? This is another arbitrary compilation
Brilliant,
called
brilliant.
Strange and Beautiful. The
Brilliant.
X-List album, which is quite good. The new album by the White Stripes. The DVD Walking with
Okay.
Cavemen, that TV show that's on VHS. It's still got the price on there. On VHS, in case you haven't seen it. Fight Club and
Ooh,
the
love
best-selling
that
book
movie.
from Michael Moore's Stupid White Men. So actually some quite
I
good
have been
prizes
wanting to
there,
rewatch
Carl.
Fight
Right,
Club
what's
for a
this? What's
long
this
time
competition?
now.
Right,
I
Songs
keep
of
forgetting.
Phrase. It's where I get a line that sort of is said a lot on the show, or has been said quite a lot on the show.
Yeah. Is this one Stop Squeezing Me Head?
No? Oh, I could have done that. But what we're doing is...
Write that down,
my
write that down.
The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
Is that the phrase?
Yeah, that's the phrase that we're looking at today.
The Elephant Man's my favourite film.
It is as well. It's his favourite film.
I know.
Why is that again? Because it's funny and sad, and it's you know exactly what you're going to get.
Yeah. They promise you an Elephant Man, that's exactly what you get.
Yeah.
Great
Have you
review.
seen it, Steve?
I have seen it.
It is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Do you remember at the beginning of the Elephant
Think
Man?
of that. Having that as your favourite film of
know.
all the hundreds of amazing films. I mean, I mean,
I mean,
just
it's a
think-
good film and it's
Yeah.
a moving film.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's a film I would watch endlessly again
I
and
don't
again.
care about a bloke with a elephant's
I
head.
watched a little bit of it again the other night. It's one of them that, you know, just sort of reminds you.
You know what annoys me when he goes, "I'm not an animal." He is.
Well, I mean, he speaks like one.
And what doesn't
And
help,
it's got
And he looks
funny,
like
yeah.
one.
No, yeah.
but it was a bit unfair because they never let him look in a mirror because he's a bit odd looking and it upset him.
Yeah.
So his hair was always a mess. And that made him look worse than he actually was.
Yeah.
But good film, get it out if you haven't seen it. That's the
Oh
phrase
my God.
today.
Do you know, I remember my friend introduced me to that film, and if you remember at the beginning there's a big montage because he is working in a zoo, isn't he, or he's being kept in a zoo, and there's a sequence of various elephants, I think, actual elephants kind of rampaging, and it's just quite a sort of moody, atmospheric montage.
Is he king of the elephants? Could
Well,
he rule them?
my friend said to me when we went to watch this, he said, what happens is he gets trampled on by some elephants, and that's what makes him look like an elephant. And I went, right. And I watched it, I thought, that's not the case. And I tried to explain it to him, and he's, to this day, still convinced that the Elephant Man, it's like when Spider-Man
gets
was bitten by a
Spider-Man.
Oh no!
It was his mum, wasn't
the
it?
Elephant Man.
Oh my
The
God.
power of an elephant.
Was it his mum who got...
He never forgets. Be careful.
Is man what?
Wasn't it his mum who was pregnant and then they ran over her and...
No, I don't think so.
That's the impression I got from it.
No.
You are joking, aren't you?
No. I thought, I honestly... Anyway, right, so the phrase of my favourite film's The Elephant Man.
Oh, well, well.
There's 5 songs make up that sentence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, this week. Have a listen, see if you can work out the songs. Email in, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
I'm impressed
Right.
that some people
And
even
you win
get
all
some
that
of
stuff.
these.
Steve just said, so, right, here we go then.
Okay, that was Bohemian Rhapsody.
That was nicely done.
Genius.
Alright.
Let's hear it again.
Here we go.
That's all I
5
got.
songs there. The
It's
Elephant
not-
Man
not
is
so hard this
my
week, which is
favourite
good.
film. Well, I thought we'd make it a bit easier.
Make it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just,
Alright.
just one more.
Email only
Alright.
ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Brilliant.
A bit of hip hop hooray, a bit of a rap classic. Although you may not have heard it before.
It's the Mock Turtles. XFM
Alright.
104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl the K-Man Pilkington.
Okay.
Pilkers.
That's fun.
Little Pilkers. Little baldy, roundy, heady Pilkers.
Oh, yeah, there's...
Go on.
There's a what's her name? If people go to the
You're
website...
joking. There's not a, there's not a what's her name.
An actual what's it?
You are joking, Carl.
No, it's just you reminded me.
Oh,
of the
did I?
little round bottled head.
Yeah.
If they go to xfm.co.uk, right,
Yeah.
/Ricky, there's a picture on there. You know that picture you did?
Oh, that I drew.
The one you drew of me?
Oh, I love
Who
it.
put it on? Did what XFM put it on?
Yeah.
Did it look
looks
good?
so miserable. His
Can you
head
get
isn't
into it?
round
Can I
enough.
I'll have a look. Yeah, I'll have a look during the
What is
next
it? xfm.co.uk.
You know what I
Forward
freaking love? He has the squiggly thing, V thing he actually has on his face. There's an episode of Moaning of Life where he goes to like get Botox. And that's probably the first episode where I really saw it because they were like filming his forehead because he got Botox in his forehead. I was like, I just so clearly saw the little V thingy majiggy he has. You can actually kind of see it here. And for some reason, I thought that was like a side effect from the Botox. I was like, they either really fudged up. And then I kind of paid attention. Also, the comments let me know, no, he's always had that. And for some reason, like that episode, because his forehead was mega shiny and stuff, because he had like a whole facial treatment thingy majiggy. And it was just so right there. I love that he drew that in. That is awesome. Why the misery, though, on his face? Oh, dude, that's fun. See, I much rather drawings like this, where you kind of capture like the essence and the main features of a person, way more than caricatures when they just like exaggerate and just make like, okay, let me make you the ugliest possible. Like I don't know. I hate caricatures, but this I dig.
That's Ricky.
Right.
And there's that little picture, and people can sort of put bids in, and the money goes to
Me, I
charity.
assume, as I drew it.
No, it's for some charity thing. So
Because I've read something that I think there's been a bid of at least £50, which is pretty.
No,
impressive.
there
I swear to
hasn't.
God, I just saw it earlier. I deleted it because I thought someone was winding us up.
you deleted it.
Well, I didn't know, did I? I didn't realise you didn't keep me informed.
Well, it just
He's a buffoon, Carl, isn't he? I think you're an idiot, but sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Oh, I'm just going to
Well, that's
check.
cruel.
Just going to check the power list. Top 100 most important people in radio.
What's this list?
Oh, it's just the most important people in radio. Oh, 56, Ricky Gervais. That's annoying. 56.
Let me see.
Says 55 more important people than me. I love the fact there that I've beaten David Mansfield, who's the controller of Capital.
Yeah. Arbitrary. The Radio Academy Power List Top 100.
Ah.
And you're what, number 56?
Yeah.
Ricky Gervais, XFM.
Yeah.
I noticed we're not mentioned, Carl. What's your thoughts on that? You know. Little stinging that. I'd have thought, considering the amount of work you put into this show.
don't
No?
get me started.
Are you on here elsewhere, Carl?
No.
Shouldn't they
Too
all
busy.
three be there, like, together?
Chris Moyles is number 96.
Oh, that's good.
That's good news, isn't it? He'll be
Yeah.
off the list by next year, I hope.
Why?
So
What is
funny,
word,
aren't they?
Steve?
Go on.
Right. Who's number one?
Number 1 is Phil Roberts. I don't know who that is.
Right. Wouldn't you think that Marconi would have got a mention?
Marconi, now what station's he on?
What station?
Weird, though.
That's the point, because I got one in television.
You know what I love when people, this is just straight up like in Friends, when Joey buys the encyclopedia and he only buys like the V because he only had $50, and then all he wanted to talk about was like volcanoes and Vesuvius and the Vatican. And just kind of like flaunt his knowledge, and that was all he knew. And then they started talking about like a documentary or whatever. But oh my, that's just like that. Like he knew it, so he just had to insert it somehow. And oh man, awesome, absolutely awesome.
That's the point, because I got one in television and you thought John Logie Baird would have got a mention.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great, although it's not ever, is it? Again, I'll slip out of that by next year, I'd have thought.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Just checking to see. Oh yeah, Dr. Fox, good. He's on there at number 39. I'm assuming his medical
I
qualifications
wonder
have
if,
also been
That's the, yeah, that's the,
What's the name of the lady that fills in for them? Because she's also on some other radio. Catherine Berg is no. It's something with the C. That's all I got. Claudia. No, what the hell's her name? Whatever. Sturgis. Something Sturgis. Why am I so bad at this? Anyway, I wonder if she's there.
leaks him up the list, yeah.
Yeah.
Typical.
Pete Waterman, yeah, number 35. That makes sense. Important guy.
Can we just give them the website so they can read this at their leisure, because this really isn't radio, is it?
Right, well, xfm.co.uk.
No, that website, if they want to see the most...
Oh, I don't know where it is. I'm just
Yeah.
saying xfm.co.uk/Ricky if you want to see that picture, and whoever bidded £50, if you can send the email again.
Bid,
'cause-
whoever bid.
Whoever bidded.
Yeah.
We should start picking you up on your
Whoever
grammar.
bowed.
I mean, we're hardly ones to speak, but, you know. I squoosed.
I squoosed. I'll tell you what, I listened back to Carl was worried about last week's show because he said there was too much screaming and shouting and just nonsense
Choking.
and eating burgers.
It was a
and
bit
stuff.
like It's a Knockout last week, wasn't it?
No, yeah. And I listened back to it, and it was without doubt the most appalling piece of radio I have ever heard in my life.
Really?
I didn't know what I was saying. I was saying, and I'm finishing sentence, eat it! And he's going, and you're going, Carl, they're eating a hamburger. It was bizarre. Just half an hour. If anyone didn't know us, or I've never heard of us, it was just like going, Heart 104, XFM 104, listen to this. Eat the burger, eat the beef, coming out as well. No! It was honestly, it was like a mental ward.
Yeah.
To be fair, though, at the best of times, you sound like you're selling the Evening Standard.
Oh God! Oh, we should have the worst bits available, shouldn't we? Just the worst bits of broadcasting ever. So where I didn't finish a sentence, or it was just shouting, or a record. I mean, there were swear word slips out, and just put them all on a CD. Like like Panky put out the best of his phone calls.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got that.
The worst radio show in the world ever.
Yeah, no, that's what I call bollocks.
Yeah. All right, calm down. That's
Shit.
just cheapened it. Oh, now it's again. Oh, tits.
Good to see those boys still
Good
rocking.
timing.
That's AC/DC. Shook me all night long. On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais
love
with me,
that
Steve
song.
Merchant and Carl Pilkington. We got the results of the quiz, Carl? Or?
Yeah, I'll just play it one more time. It was Songs of Phrase. Is this the last time we're doing this?
Oh, I thought so.
I thought it worked better this week because it was actually doable.
Yeah.
I think that makes a
Was
difference,
it?
Carl.
We haven't done Carl's an idiot yet. Carl, you're an idiot, have we?
Play a
Well,
record.
that's a reason to keep it.
Maybe we can end with that one when you come back.
Right, well, the 5 songs that made up this little thing here was Mystery's Beautiful Blues, Eels, Innocent Man, Billy Joel, and my favourite Waste of Time, Owen Paul,
Brilliant.
Bohemian Rhapsody, Queen, Girls on Film, Duran Duran.
Why
It
did you do
sounded
'em-
like this. There you go. The Elephant Man is my favourite film.
Hang on, was Bohemian Rhapsody in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, was
Is this the
Oh, right, yeah. Well, we're going to give that to
That's all I got.
Piley. He just calls himself Piley. Ian Pyle. Good work, Piley.
What's happened to Anders?
Well, I was just going to say, actually, we've not had correspondence from Richard Dicky Anders for some time.
The Dickmeister
Yeah.
General
I
with
know.
his naughty, insulting ways.
Yeah, Anderson used to email regularly. if you're
Anders,
listening.
get on your computer.
Get in touch, mate.
What
Just
do
tell
you
us
think
what
of
you
it?
think of the show.
Oh, hold on though. To be fair, he was listening when we were pretty shoddy.
Isn't that
If
true?
he's listened to the last 3 weeks, I think we're owed a little apology from you, Dickster.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Just after
listen,
saying-
Piley, we want to send you all those goodies, including Scottish rock, but we don't have
Fight
your
Club.
address, so
Piley
email in
got
your
Fight
address and
Club.
we can send it off to you. All right?
Yeah.
Nice.
More adverts?
Yeah. Bit of Snoop. Beautiful XFM 104.9. Gervais, Merchant, Pilkington. Carl had a treat in the week, didn't he?
He couldn't believe his luck.
We know Darren Brown. You know Darren Brown,
right.
the sort of
What is that?
magician, mind reader fella.
It's more special than that.
Well, called me up in town, said, "Do you mind if we bring along Carl?" He went, "Pleasure." Carl's very cynical, saying, "Well, he won't get into my head."
Yep.
Great, wasn't it?
It was brilliant.
He went, "Can I ask him questions?" I went, "Well, no, it's social." He went, "I'm not coming." I went, "Well," he went, "Well, I'll ask him. I want him to know how he did that trick when he said you got the winning ticket." I went, "He's not going to tell you. He's a magician." He went, "Well, it's not worth it then. If I can't quiz him." But he came
I
along.
still did though, didn't I? Got in there with the questions that the people wanted to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What did you ask him and what did you find out?
Sometimes
That's
when Ricky explains stuff, I don't know if he thinks he's saying words that he's not saying or what, but usually, maybe half the time, when he explains, it's so bad. Like, I have no idea what the situation would have been. I have no idea what he just described. Like, I feel like the words that would have been proper, like, descriptive words weren't there. They were, like, omitted for some reason. So I have no idea what happened, but okay, something happened with them.
Did though, didn't I? Got in there with the questions that the people wanted to know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What did you ask him and what did you find out?
I said, "How do you do that?"
I love the fact that the first half hour, me, Steve, and Darren Brown were convincing Carl that he didn't see a ghost when he was 5.
Yeah.
And then we got onto the tricks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it will live in my mind. He won't get inside my head.
Yeah.
And he got inside your head, magnificently, Carl, didn't he? I mean, were you not amazed? I mean, Darren promised actually that he would come on the show in the future, and then you, the listeners, can see how he can baffle, amaze, and generally freak out.
I think we should film everything that happens, right? Because it's just a waste, because you're only getting half of it when you hear what Carl has to say. Because his face... Yeah. Honestly, it says 1,000 words.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think we should film it and just put it on a DVD of Carl's facial expressions. This is Carl thinking he saw a ghost. Yeah. This is Carl thinking they were going to clone a man.
Oh, that's a sassy ghost.
Yeah.
It's just different faces.
So do you want to try and explain what he did and what marvelled you so much?
Right, yeah. He comes in, he sits down. I'm a bit sort of, bit spooked by him straight away.
Oh, you're spooked by him straight away, really?
Yeah, there's a weird thing about him. Right? So anyway, he sat there. And I'm watching him.
It's because he was naked.
Checking, seeing what he's.
That'd be weird.
Looking at and stuff.
Yeah.
So anyway, he gets his paper out, and I think, right, he's gonna do a bit of trickery and that. And he says to me, right, write down a number and a name, right? It was between
a two-digit number, two-digit number, and a name of anyone you know.
Yeah, right. Now the thing is, I thought of the name because I was telling Steve earlier about the kid at school who I fell out with, right?
Yeah.
Over that girl who was called Aris, right? So that name was like in my mind, ready to go.
When
I didn't want to use
Anthony,
anybody's name that's like in him who was called Aris.
Yeah.
Right, over that girl who was called Aris.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, the girl.
So that
called
name
Aris?
was like in my mind, ready to go, because I didn't want to use anybody's name who I knew.
No.
Sort of now, because
Sure.
maybe you've mentioned it in the past.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I couldn't say Suzanne.
I knew
say
Colin
my
Makin
dad.
anyway.
Yeah, well, do you know what I mean?
Auntie Nora.
I picked a name, yeah. Well, I thought you might have been thinking about Auntie Nora. So I picked this name, right, that you three didn't really know about, right? Number just came to mind, right? So he
42,
says, right,
we were never thinking of that.
42, right? He said, right, just keep saying it over and over in your head. And I'm there, and he's saying all these sort of different numbers at me, and I'm trying to throw him off a little bit. Every time he said a number that was nothing like 42, I was sort of smiling, looking a bit nervous.
Yeah.
Don't know if you caught that, right?
All I could see was you looking sort of blank.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So I was doing
stony
that.
face.
He picked the wrong person when he said let your mind go blank. You'd realise he picked on the wrong person then.
So,
You had to squeeze his head to get it going again.
I said, Darren, if in doubt, he'll be thinking of monkeys. And Darren looked at Carl and he said, were you thinking of monkeys? He said, I tried not to and I thought of them more.
right, that's true
Don't
as
think
well.
about it.
Right, so I'm there thinking of these numbers and that, and then he said, right, let's just talk about other stuff for a bit, right? So I was like, well, I'm not going to say anything, right, because I don't want you to catch me out. But then when we were talking, I was trying to like knock him off track.
Clever.
Do you know what I mean? I wasn't. Do you know what I mean? I played a bit of hardball with him.
Yeah.
I was like saying, because we were talking about aliens and that as well, weren't we? And I was saying, well, you know, they might come and land again in 2060.
Clever.
You know what I mean? Dropping in different numbers and that. And so doing all that, playing him at his own game, and I think I had him for a bit.
On the ropes,
right? So anyway, comes down to the time when he's telling me the name and the number.
Yeah.
And well, he explained what he actually did. I mean, that was.
He just went. He said, just think of a number at the end of it, and he said, oh, is it an I? And you went, it wasn't an I, but there is no. Okay, and anyway, he got
the name.
Harris. Then he went and said, "Do you an extrovert?" And he wrote down these numbers.
Well, he wrote down some numbers and he said that if you're an extrovert, these are the numbers you tend to choose. If you're an introvert, these are the numbers you tend to choose. And he wrote them down. And he said, I don't think you're really an introvert. I don't think you're this. I don't think you're that. And I think he came up with the number 32, didn't he? He said to you, "You're thinking of number 32." You said to him, "No way." You couldn't believe your luck, could you, when you'd caught him out?
But he said it's either 42 or 32, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, no, but it was beside the point because then he said, you know, rather brilliantly, hang on a minute, if you just add up these numbers here, that adds up to 42.
It was a
If you
magic
add up
square.
those numbers, that's 42. That's 42 across diagonally there. That box is 42.
All the numbers that added up on the page, whether you go across, sideways, down, across, whatever, always added up to 42.
Yeah.
Right?
And he's got the name Harris.
Which freaks you out.
It freaked me out. I kept saying to him, how do you do it, how do you do it, and he wasn't telling me. I was talking to people at work about him, and one lad said, apparently the trick that he uses is the same thing that Hitler did.
Play record.
No, seriously. Apparently it's the same thing because he was saying...
What?
Play record.
No, just let me finish because, no, I've even ran it by other people to check if...
I love that Ricky's trying to save it. He's trying to save it before he says it, dude. Just play record. Oh my god.
What?
Play record.
No, just let me finish because I've even ran it by other people to check if I'm right on this.
Okay, so let's play record and come back to
Because the people in the XFM office, I mean, they're pretty wise. They're up on that stuff.
No, he used it in a different way.
Play record.
No, hang on a minute. Let me hear it.
All it is, it's power of suggestion, apparently. And when Hitler used to do his big speeches to people.
Yeah. Do you want to play? What should we play?
Come on, finish your point.
Well, that's about it.
Who told you that? Ian Canfield.
A few different people.
Right.
The big thinkers out there
like
in the office. The brain boxes.
But anyway, right, it's...
Because I mean, Magnus Magnusson works on XFM now, doesn't he?
Right, listen.
Or was it Paxman? Was it Jamie Paxman?
That blew me away, right, the fact that he got the name, he got the number. Spooky bit, right? I'm walking home. I called you up a couple of times and I left a message on your phone. Because it was just amazing. Not only was he good at magic, but his maths was brilliant. No, well, that thing adding up to 42 was like, how did he do that? I mean, we didn't even make a big deal out of that.
He said, all Carol Vorderman's got is the maths.
You know what I mean? Imagine him on Countdown.
Yeah.
He'd even know what they were going to write down. Do you know what I mean? So, a bit of a wasted talent. I should see him again about that. I think he's...
He asked him, I said, why are you doing it on mucking around on telly? Then he went, sorry? What? He went, why are you mucking... I said, why are you doing...
Should see him again about that. I think he's...
He asked him, I said, why are you doing it on mucking around on telly? Then he went, sorry? He went, why are you mucking around on telly?
Oh.
Yeah.
And he said you could make some serious money. I think Steve went, well, he does all right. He went, nah, but if he did that with the ticket thing all day.
Yeah. But didn't you say to him you should be working for the police force?
I said, yeah, he should be in a police station. He could help people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not a daft idea, is it?
Not really.
Right, so anyway, right, so I get home, still, I'm calling different people up walking home, I couldn't believe it.
Yep.
Right, I called Suzanne up telling her about it, and she's like, slow down. She said, you're like a little kid who's just been on a fairground ride or something.
Yeah.
Slow down. Right, so I'm telling her, call my mum and dad up. My dad wasn't that impressed.
No, of course
He was
not.
like, well, that's all been done before. But anyway, right, so...
But then he wasn't impressed with Little Donkey, was he?
No, he's not impressed by much, is he?
Right, so I get in,
He probably had to nip out down to the phone box.
Right.
Do some thieving.
Yeah. We've forgotten bread. No, I'm just going on the phone box.
Yeah.
Right, so I get into my flat, right, and what they do in my flat where I live, they put the post in, like, these little pigeonholes, right, and I don't normally check them out. I leave it for Suzanne to do, right?
Sure.
But this time, for some weird reason, I thought, right, I'll check it, see if we've got any post. Open it up. There's only this. A letter for Miss Harris.
Yep. There it is. Bona fide in front of us. A letter addressed to a Miss Harris.
Well, does she live there?
No, it's my address. She doesn't live there.
Did she ever?
Dunno. It doesn't matter. It's weird, isn't it?
But
We've never had. Normally, I think there was a guy who lived there called Yaki Shoki.
Mr. 42.
It was definitely wasn't an Harris, right? This is the first time we've had a letter for this woman.
Yes.
Right.
But what are you claiming? Because Darren Brown
Coincidence.
himself admits that it is not paranormal, it is not supernatural, it is a trick. It's a trick.
Is it?
But he would say that, wouldn't he? Hitler said that. Play a record.
Well, can we open this? Cause
No! It's illegal!
No, but I'm thinking if it's a
But
birthday
if it's
card
his
for someone's
address-
like 42nd birthday.
Right. You can't open that letter. Go and
Like 40
go.
No, but I'm thinking if
What
it's a
if we opened
birthday
it off
card
air?
for someone's like 42nd birthday.
Right.
Can you
can't
imagine?
open that letter. Go and put it back, or put no. You cannot open that letter.
Why not?
You can't open someone else's mail because you think Darren Brown's supernatural.
What if we steamed it open? Then you see it, no one would know.
It's only a letter.
They're on the radio.
You can't. Right. Yeah, you can, but I don't want any part of it.
Carl,
So
I think you should
open it?
open
I
it.
don't
No,
believe
you
you.
open
I'm
it.
not opening it. It's against the law. You should open it,
No,
though.
we won't open it then.
They won't send you to prison.
Look, forget
Then
it.
you'll get off.
Cure. Bit
Bit
of
of
cure.
cure.
There's
yeah,
no
it's
cure,
really
no.
approaching.
I thought for a second they were actually playing a song with Harris in it. Oh, dude. That is awesome. I absolutely love that not only was he so confident that he wouldn't get it in his head, he was so excited that he got it in his head. Like, it flipped him out so much. That's awesome. And another thing, all I kept thinking is, when he was saying, like, I'm going to trip him up and say other numbers and stuff, I thought the story was going to end the same way a Family Game ended once years ago. I thought he was just gonna blurt it out accidentally, like, oh, 42 hairs, like, just uncontrollably. And I guess good on him for not doing it. But one time, dude, my whole family, we almost never get all together. My family's small, right? And on top of it, it's extremely rare when it's just all of us. And one time, it was all of us. And it's even more rare that everybody accepts to play games with my niece. My niece, she freaking loves games. And she always wants to play stuff, and half of them, I say, because I always say yes, because she's my niece. She's going to turn 10. Like, you play with kids, right? Sometimes they say no. And this time, everybody played, right? And we were playing that little game where you have, somebody writes a piece of paper of something, object, person, something, and you put it on your forehead, and you take turns asking questions to try to guess what the hell you are. And we were playing that, and a couple rounds in, everybody understood the game. It's a pretty freaking basic game, right? And for some reason, dude, it wasn't his turn. It wasn't my turn. Everybody was just like chatting and stuff, and it was somebody's turn. They were asking questions, and my dad was sitting across from me, and he just looks at me and he goes, "Ambulance." I was like, "What, are you having a stroke? Do you need an ambulance?" Like, what? What's happening? And then he just started cracking the fuck up. And everybody looked at him like, "Dude, you're an idiot. What are you doing?" And apparently it was because I had ambulance on my forehead. Like, I was an ambulance. But it just like, what the hell was that? And he started laughing so hard. He's like, "I have no idea why I just did that. Like, we were just playing for like 15 minutes. I get the rules, but for some reason, like, something possessed him to say it." And I thought that's what Carl was going to do. But no, good on him. But I absolutely love how hyped up he was. And it's so cute that he brought the letter to, like, want to open it with these two. He's a child sometimes. I love it. Question, though. Is it illegal if it's your address with someone else's name? For example, I moved in, right? And water, electric, gas, those are bills for me to pay because I live here, but they're not in my name. They're in somebody else's name. But I can open them because I got to pay them. Is that illegal? Like, I'm not scared to get in trouble but, like, technically, is that illegal? Or what are we talking about? Because he said it was addressed to his address with someone else's name. Also, can you imagine if it was the Darren Brown guy just messing with him? That'd be amazing.
I'm looking. Well,
or
I'm
Ricky. Oh, it could be Ricky.
Do you want to see? There you go.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not going to open it. But I think you should definitely. 6 Different Ways by The Cure from the album The Head on the Door. We've enjoyed that.
The head on the door, Carl. Ooh, bit of a coincidence.
Spooky, isn't it?
It was only 4 weeks ago you were talking about a head and a door.
Exactly.
Has the door got a number on it?
Good question.
Oh dear. Oh.
So we're not opening it?
No.
Well, I can't open it because as the producer, right?
Oh yeah, because your standing in society is such that they'd make a real example of you.
Yeah.
That a producer of a tin pot radio show once a week. Yeah, he should know better. He can press buttons and talk at the same time. Sending down.
They wouldn't try you in an adult court.
You would get away.
You
You would get away with it. Just they'd hear you speaking for a little while, and the judge would end up squeezing your head and letting you off.
It'd be like those people who train monkeys to break in. Do you remember down in South London? We talked about it in the past, and they were going around robbing stuff, and they trained them to do it. Yeah,
I think
I don't think those monkeys would have got in trouble. It would have been the keepers. So, I think XFM would probably take the rap.
Will you open it?
No, I can't be seen to open it.
No, he's a writer-director.
Exactly.
So am I.
Can we
I
not
can't
talk
see
about where the
open.
letter's from? Maybe?
Right, I'm having no part of this.
I heard paper!
Right, I'm having no part of this.
They did it,
That's
like, right
against the
next
law,
to the
but-
microphone.
Right, I'm having no part of it.
Open it. Come on, you started now.
Right.
The
okay.
thing is, right, if it's important, we can say maybe she's listening.
But do you need the stress? What it could be anything. What are you going to say? What are you going to say? Oh, and if you are listening, Mrs. Harris, you have got gonorrhea. Call the clinic.
That's funny. That's
Do you know what I mean?
exactly
It could
what
be
I was
anything.
thinking. Except my
Oh
mind
well,
went to a different
I think my
disease, but
talk did
that's-
well.
yeah.
Well, what is it?
Is the number 42 on there?
What is it? Could you say? Be careful. What?
Let me see what it is.
What is it?
Oh. Dear Sir, Madam, your periodical dental inspection is now due. Would you kindly contact the surgery to make an appointment? Harris, Mrs. Harris, if you're listening, your periodical dental inspection is now due. You might want to contact the dental surgeon that you normally go to.
She could have a faulty tooth.
Faulty tooth.
42.
42.
I don't believe it. 42.
Faulty tooth. Oh my God.
God, that Darren's good.
Darren Brown's good, isn't he?
Oh dear.
That's
Wow.
some blur then.
That was a stretch.
Carl, is that really 7.5 years old? Blur. The Universal. Alright?
I like how the
Yeah,
music calms them
yeah,
down
making
when they come
sure.
back.
Carl, I asked you in the week, didn't I?
How old was that kid when that was out?
She wasn't born. So she was about 30.
Well, I think that's the first time we've officially broken the law on air.
What?
I don't think
we've broken the
so.
law before on air. have we?
I think
the
you-
dentist appointment.
Well, we haven't broken the law, Steve. He has.
No?
You're right, yeah, we're fine.
And he should know better. He's a top producer of a
feel
tin
like they
pot radio
have.
station.
Yeah, no, when they were like selling stuff on the radio, that was apparently like against the law. Like he was selling a futon or something, and they mentioned that not being legal. And then I don't know if Smirch asking for tickets or not. Maybe not, but this is definitely not the first illegal thing they've done.
Carl, Ricky and I were doing some writing in the week, and we needed get a little book of zodiac types. What's your thought on
Just to make sure it was good luck, to be writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you make of all that stuff? Horoscopes. Do you have any thoughts on that?
Now and again I'll read it, but
Sure.
I'll believe it if it's good.
Yeah.
If it's not, just go on.
What star sign are you?
That's perfect, though. That's their raison d'etre. That is, those people who do zodiacs exist on that piece of philosophy.
Yeah.
I'll believe it if it's good.
Exactly.
And that's why, when you have breakdowns, people don't go, you're a nasty little piece of work, you're a pug-ugly little twat, and you'll never amount to anything. It's things like, you're probably too generous for your own good.
Yeah.
You like to keep a bit of a distance, but you like to love. You're a warm person. It's always stuff like that, isn't it? People go, I suppose I am too good. Yeah. That is me all over.
Yeah.
Do you know?
Dude, one of my best friends has a friend that I've met a couple times that lives his life like this. He spends a whole week super depressed because Mercury was like on Gatorade or whatever, and he was depressed because he knew that. Like my friend would come and tell me like I don't know what to do with him. Like he's messed up because Mercury is messed up. And he had to wait it out. Like, what? So, not so much. But that's bananas.
Hey,
You're a creative person.
Yeah.
Who thinks they're not a creative person?
Exactly. You've got a wonderful sense of humour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What star sign are you?
Mine changes. I'm on the edge.
Right.
God.
Okay.
He even makes that complicated.
Of course.
He even makes twaddle complicated.
No, I'm just. It changes depending what paper you read.
Yeah. All right. In theory, what would
23rd
you-
of September.
Okay.
So I think
Yeah.
most of the time.
Wait,
I'm
what?
Depending what paper
Oh,
you
okay,
read.
okay,
Yeah.
we're good.
All right. In
I thought
theory, what would you-
23rd of September. So I think most of the time I'm a Virgo. I think. Oh.
Well, I'll tell you.
Write that down, listeners. 23rd of September, and come round and give him the bumps.
What I mean.
Well, according to this, I mean, you've been criticising
Okay.
this, Rick.
Sure.
You've been saying that there's maybe not anything.
Wait,
interesting.
I gotta
According
read that
to-
again, because the bumps can be either getting picked up by your arms and legs and bumped up and down on the floor. Okay. And being pinched or punched, usually in the arm for good luck. Like on your birthday? Like here, there's this stupid tradition. When it's your birthday, they ask you, how old are you? And you say the number, and then they pull your ears that amount of times. For luck. What is that? Why? Why is that? What? Honestly, bump sounds funner than that. It just depends how hard you're hitting the floor. I'm imagining it like Fun Bobby bouncing around Joey when he was depressed in Friends. If it's something like that, it's a lot funner than the bottom part or the ear thing. But okay.
This, I mean, I mean, you've been criticising this, Rick.
Sure.
You've been saying that there's maybe not anything in the
Yeah,
thing.
go
Well,
on.
hang on, let me just read
There's
some
one,
of the elements.
is this going to change my mind?
Well,
Am I going to eat my words?
The typical Virgoan.
Words.
Okay. The physical appearance of the typical Virgoan.
Yeah.
High forehead.
That's not true.
Cranium may seem too big in comparison with the face. Look at Carl. Look at Carl.
But how
supposed
specific
to
is
be
that?
Has an
Virgo?
extremely large forehead. Has a
I'm
high
Virgo.
hairline.
That's not true, though, is it?
May be quite tall.
What are the blokes like?
Often has one foot turned in more than the other.
What?
Turned
They
in.
just described Rain Man. What is that? How can they be specific?
Well, that's why it sounds like Carl.
one foot turned in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, have they even bothered doing one for you? Because there isn't many people who...
Hang on a minute.
Let him finish.
No, I'm just saying...
Go on. What are you saying?
I sort of think I'm fairly average looking, but I'm saying, have they wasted a page in that book for whatever you are?
It started off me being dissing him and stuff, and you've been nice.
Hang on a minute. I don't think you can be a Virgoan, because it says that they are normally quick, alert and intelligent. But no, actually, I have to say, it says here, behaviour and personality traits of the Virgoan, as a child, is an excellent mimic, can learn many things in a short time. Not really true of you, is it?
What?
Rarely
Like what?
questions authority, but frequently questions facts. You never question facts.
Yeah, he never questions authority. He's scared of authority.
Yeah. You're usually times very upset if teased. That's true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hang on a minute, though.
Yeah. Can't take a bit of stick. Too much
depends,
pressure. If you
yeah.
can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. Yeah.
Oh.
What to teach a young Virgoan? Myths, fairy stories, make-believe, daydreams, and how to use imagination should all be taught to young Virgoans, so they have plenty of magical moments to remember in their adult years when they are often alone.
No way it says that.
I'm changing my mind.
I know.
This is good stuff. This is really good stuff.
All right, well, let's see. What are you?
I don't think we should talk about that.
Yeah, let's have a look.
It says the Virgoan is... I love some of the specifics of this. Virgoan is an employer. He's excellent as the boss of a small company.
yeah.
Just a small one.
Don't get him on a Tuesday. He's probably stamp collecting then.
Yeah.
Come on,
He loves a
Steve.
bit of haddock.
Okay, let me look at mine.
Oh, that is good though, Carl, isn't it? That is you all over. I've changed my mind. It's brilliant. It's a real science. They've really put their work in with this one.
Let me see. Sagittarius. Sagittarian is a happy, playful little clown.
December?
Greets everyone.
Oh dear. Yeah.
Let me see. Sagittarius at home.
He's only going to read the good bits though, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
If that's it, what can it say?
Have they done yours in sort of small print because you've got special eyes?
Thank you!
I don't know what that insult...
Thank you for bringing that back, because I wanted to see that again, man. That's so good. Specialized. Love it.
What is, Carl? What kind of an insult is that?
Well,
A good one.
well,
He's happy with that. Look at his face.
He's done me.
Oh dear.
I wanted to hear the rest. See how spot on they are.
Boo hoo hoo, it won't do. Listen to the Gallagher Boys and stop crying your heart out on XFM 104.9. No need to. It's monkey news.
so is it
That
time?
was creepy.
Time for monkey news. Can we have the jingle?
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
I love the
I
jingle.
love the little tough
Right, well,
hair
Can we play
that
that
he
jingle
has.
once more?
Yeah.
Let me cue it up.
So, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Oh, it's brilliant.
Got a lot to live up to now.
I'll be
Yeah.
honest with you, often that jingle is more fun than the monkey news.
Wow.
So you've got to excel
True.
yourself this week.
Well, it's there's been a lot going on.
In the monkey world.
Yeah, I was looking at the Guinness Book of Records that we bought last week.
What you bought?
What that I bought.
Is it still wet?
I was cleaning the tea off it. I was having a little read through, and there was some monkey stuff in there. There was this isn't the actual story. I'm just telling you
Yeah.
what it's like looking up monkey news all week.
It's like behind the scenes. It's like the making of Monkey News, which is
Okay,
actually available
behind
on
the scenes.
DVD.
Exactly.
It's 12 minutes unseen footage, just the making of Monkey News, which is my favourite bit in a way. If you enjoy Monkey News, see how it happens. See, from conception to.
It's all put together.
Yeah, go on. Yeah. What's a typical Monkey News day?
Well, there was some stuff about a monkey in the Guinness Book of Records. I think it had the record for asking for a cup of coffee in 23 different ways.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Oh.
That's good. Just to show the Monkey News is getting bigger and people are covering it. Donald McIntyre, he was on BBC.
Yeah.
On Monday.
He was on Channel 5, wasn't he?
No, he hasn't moved over yet. This is something that he did for the BBC.
Right.
So that was pretty good. That was about. Well, it wasn't good. It was pretty sad, really.
What?
Oh.
He was doing this thing. Do you know, like last week we were doing Cheap as Chimps,
Yeah.
and someone emailed in saying, you know, Donald McIntyre's doing Cheap as Chimps,
Really?
and it was about.
I bet he wasn't. I bet Donald McIntyre did not do a programme called
they didn't
Cheap as
use that
Chimps.
title.
No.
But you could tell where they'd got the format from.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
And it
sure.
was
Just
it
talk
was
about a
about
topic.
gorillas and how much you can get one for. But the problem was, because they're that pricey, they were sort of.
What was
I don't
that
know, it's
sound,
sort of-
Ricky?
'cause they're
What the
that
hell was
pricey.
that?
They were sort of. I mean, I don't even want. It is
if
depressing.
it's
actually.
cool, then don't. Yeah, forget
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it was a bit.
Okay.
You know what
I mean, can I just say, in the making of Monkey News and Cheap as Chimps, not, and your name is harmed.
No monkeys.
No. Go on.
All right. Well, anyway, today's story was emailed in.
Okay.
So you didn't even do anything towards it. So when you say I've been working on Monkey News, what you
Read an email.
printed that out?
So is
Yeah.
the making of Monkey News you checking your email?
Well,
Brilliant.
no, I'm always looking at different options. At how much is going on.
This is what makes me laugh when he says
How
he's really busy.
Yeah.
I'm doing other stuff and that. I'm doing other stuff.
People are sending in Monkey News.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get an email.
Is it
check
from
it out.
Reuters?
Well, listen, it's from Steve.
Okay.
Right? Now, what it is this monkey, right?
Yeah.
Don't know where it was.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a bit before the monkey, anyway, right?
Jeez.
Is this? No, listen.
Shoot me.
Right?
Oh.
It's a bank. There's this bank, right? Busy bank. Normal day, everything's going normal,
Yeah.
right? Busy bank, people going in, doing what they do, seeing about mortgages and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything's normal, everyone's happy, right?
Yeah.
That's
So
a
anyway, it's
shiny
quite
head.
busy one day. Fella comes in with a gun and a balaclava on.
Up to no good.
Right, I'll tell you now, Carl. If this fella turns out to be any ape
Little monkey
or
fella.
monkey-related species, you're never doing this again. You're never. So just if you want to finish it, it's at your own risk. But if this fella who robbed the bank turns out to be a chimpanzee, that's the end of Monkey News.
All right.
Okay, let's
Right.
hear the end. It's a lovely day in a lovely bank. Everyone's happy.
Everything's normal.
The man comes in the balaclava.
Man comes in.
Is it a man?
Starts waving a gun around.
Shut up, Rick. Let him finish the story.
Starts waving a gun around.
Yeah.
Right.
Up to no good.
So everyone's thinking, oh God, wish I didn't come in here. It's not going to be a good day. all
How
the
tall
rest
is
of
the
it.
man?
Shut up.
Why does
Let's hear
that
it.
lady have like a
Be a good
toad
day,
for a
I'll
How tall is
baby?
the man?
Shut up. Let's hear it.
Everything, oh God, and he's telling everyone to get down on the floor.
Yep.
In
Everyone's
what? In
thinking,
English? In English?
Yep.
In
Think so.
English. Yeah.
So everyone's panicking, everyone's getting on the floor thinking this is it, it's all over.
Yeah.
Just when you think,
It couldn't
it's all
get
bad
any worse.
news,
Yeah.
it's all bad news, doors swing open, little monkey wanders in,
God, it's worse.
Shut up, Rick.
It's worse.
little monkey wanders in, right? The robber's like, what's going on here? He's telling it to get down on the floor, I don't think it was taking any notice.
No,
right?
it was just busy asking for coffee.
It runs in, I don't know if it was going to withdraw or deposit or whatever, it wanders in, right? Goes up to the robber.
Where did it come from?
Shut up. Will you let him finish the story and then
Yes.
ask questions? That's
okay.
only fair.
Okay.
Wanders in,
I love that we have an animation for this.
runs up to the fellow with the gun, takes the gun and the bag of money off him. Everyone's like, yay, we've been saved. Then the monkey starts
course.
backing out with the gun and the money.
Shut up. Sit down and fin-
I'm not having this.
Here's the end of the story.
It does a runner with the money and the gun. No one's seen it since.
You are an idiot. I mean, you have said some stupid things in your time. What are you talking about?
It's a story that happened.
No! What are you talking about? What do you mean it backed out?
The
It
sound
what are
and
you
the
talking
zoom
about?
in.
What do you mean it backed out? What are you talking about?
It's a story that happened.
No! What are you talking about? What do you mean it backed out? It came in, was it an accomplice? Was it an opportunist monkey robbery? What are you talking? Think, Carl! Think!
I know it's mad. That's the idea of Monkey News. We're telling people how monkeys are pretty, they're mental.
They're devious.
They're up to no good.
What are you think? They've never seen the monkey since. What, did he have a getaway car waiting? Did he swing his way to freedom?
Of course.
Where was this? There's no details. Don't talk rubbish.
The end. Okay, I just want to say, amazing. Dan Morrison, amazing. I love that we had an animation for that bit. That was just so cool. I was so focused. Awesome. Good work. Good work.
Well,
I love that
Steve
Rusty
emailed
included
it in.
that
He's
too.
got it off
Okay,
the
sorry.
net.
What?
Rubbish.
Well, Steve emailed it in. He's got it off the net. And the funny thing is,
Can I
the
see
funny
it? Have
thing
you got
is,
the information there?
yeah, the funny thing is, it wasn't just him who sent it. I had that a couple of times. So a few people obviously read the story and said, you know, that'll be good for Monkey News. It doesn't say anymore. It doesn't say if he went off to Spain. It doesn't say, you know, what, you know, if he's on Crime Watch.
Yeah.
It doesn't say any of that. It's just saying that's what he did. That's the story. And that's what Monkey News is about.
I've heard that they're making a movie version with Phil Collins.
Phil Collins.
So I look forward to that in Judy Waters.
So that's this week's Monkey News. If you got any, you know, if
Well,
anything's
no,
happening
don't bother.
in your
'Cause that's the
town.
end. No, that is the end. That's the end of Monkey
Somebody
News.
sent
no more
that in,
Monkey
though.
News. This is, bit of Queen.
It says it here in
That's
this email,
not
Rick. It's got
all
to be true.
on him.
Nice to read that one again.
Always.
Metal Mickey, Suede, on XFM 104.9. Wow.
No
Nearly over
film
with,
thingamajiggy?
Ricky, Steve and Carl. I've done another little sketch for you, Carl, because I was excited by the fact that we raised that money. So I've done a little...
Well, it's not over yet. It's like people go to the website, and if they think it's worth more than 50, they can say, I'll give you 55 or
What's
something.
it? XFM put that little one on. It's all three of us, isn't it?
50
Well, they
and
haven't done
1
that
cent.
No, but they can put that
They
on
could
next
do,
week,
yeah.
and they can frame it for them, can't they?
But if they have a look, xfm.co.uk/Ricky, and have a look at it if you want it. Just pay some money and...
Does that
No.
website still
It'd be
exist?
worth
No.
a bit of money, won't it, in a few years, when we're all dead.
Mhm.
Now, listen, Carl,
Oh.
you're going on holiday. You
Yeah.
need a little rest, don't you?
Yeah.
What's the vibe? What's the vibe of the day? What's the
Just,
what's the crack on holiday? Come on.
Where are you going?
Madeira.
Right.
Nice.
It's for Suzanne's
30.
dad, right? My girlfriend's dad. He's 60, so
Yeah,
Just
that's the
checking.
average age in Madeira.
checking...
I've been.
is it?
It's quite doing quite, yeah.
Well, they're
My mate
checking-
Damo went to Madeira, and he was worried about sort of terrorism on the plane, and he looked around and he thought, well, if someone gets up, someone will wrestle him to the floor, and he looked round, and he was the only one he realised could have got out of his seat quickly enough. So you'll enjoy it. It's quite quiet. It's nice.
It'll be alright. I mean, it's the first time a mum and dad have been away, so...
Whatever.
Abroad, yeah. So
Right.
they're
Ever.
worrying about... They just don't understand the rules and stuff, so they're panicking a bit. And then in the week he
Do
called
they know
up...
Well,
that
they're
they've
trying
got
to take. They're going to take livestock.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting like that. It was
Are
like...
they filling loads of Durex with heroin as we speak?
Exactly.
No, but do they know about passports expiring, don't they? I mean, they're not completely stupid.
they know about all that, right?
Yeah.
And he called up in the week. One of the questions said, what's the best thing when you're going abroad? What's the best thing to use to carry tea bags?
Mm.
So it was like, what are you worrying about that for? They'll sell tea bags out there. And he's like, well, we want to take our own
tea bags?
It was like, what are you worrying about that for?
Mm.
So it was like, to carry tea bags.
Mm.
So it
Two
was like,
bags
what are you worrying
or
about
tea
that
bags?
for? They'll sell tea bags out there. And he's like, well, we want to take our own. It's like, they'll sell tea bags.
Yeah.
And he's worrying about that. He's saying, can I put it in a glass jar? So put it in a glass jar then. He's saying, oh, I'll bubble wrap it. So he's bubble wrapping a tea thing. It's just, I mean, it is annoying me a bit because it's meant to be a week off from you annoying me, and already he's niggling me.
The other day I saw a lady that got obviously stopped by all the security in the airport because her mom, her like Latina mom, decided to take sugar. I don't remember where they were. I think to Las Vegas or something. And she's like, no, I need sugar for my morning tea. She didn't take the tea, but she took the sugar. And they got, stopped and questioned and, prodded and all that. But why would anyone think there isn't sugar everywhere? What? People are weird, man.
But you are easily wound up. You are a very finicky little fussy person. You don't like the slightest bit of pressure. See, I thrive on pressure. I'm working here, working there.
That's the way
bada
I
bang.
work as well. That's always doing stuff. Monkey News. what I mean?
Oh yeah, monkey news. I got an email.
Songs
I
of
won't read
phrase.
it to on air. It's rubbish, but that's one feature. That's my bit done. That's all I have to do.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I'm away next week, do monkey news and see what you can find out. All right.
Ooh, there's a challenge.
Oh, there's a challenge.
See what you can do. 'Cause I've already told them about the Guinness Book of Records one, so you can't use that.
Yeah. Right.
We're going to find the best monkey news ever, Carl.
Oh, that's going to be
What was
fun.
it you said to me about... Because, I mean, the thing is that you don't really like people, do you? That's the truth of it. People annoy you, don't they? They wind you up.
Yeah.
What was it you said to me about friends? You don't...
He doesn't like friends.
He doesn't like
want friends.
He doesn't want any more friends.
He doesn't want any friends. Is it because one day they'll ask me to help them change a tyre?
Yeah. What was it you...
No,
what
it's
was
always
your-
hassle. Well,
The tyre he sits and swings on in his back garden, he means.
It's just... They call up, they ask for stuff, they want favours doing.
Yeah, they want a pint, they want to chat to you because they like you. I know they're a pain in the arse. I tell you what, Carl, you're better off without them, mate.
Although, to be fair, Rick, friends like you...
Yeah. You're not judging them on me, are you? You're not judging all
You know
possible
all
friends
friends are
on
like
me.
him.
Just, they do sort of, you know...
You know, some friends will never touch you around the head
Oh,
or
I don't
nether
want to see you
regions.
for a week, am I?
Oh.
You should get a
Do you
decent
get a little
squeeze in
squeezing?
I am going to get a little squeezing. Can I come around there and squeeze you?
Squeeze him in now, we should play the game.
Oh, we've got to answer that
picture!
question.
Is that all you've got on the phone for the records? That's a shame. We'll have a quick squeeze.
A quick squeeze.
That's like a Benny Hill slap there on the
Yeah,
front.
alright, that's enough of that. Right.
Okay.
Squeeze it, squeeze it.
Right,
Oh,
that's it.
excellent.
That do you for a week?
Yeah.
Alright.
What
you
a
next
way
week.
to end
See you
the
later.
show.
See you, Rick. Have a good
See you
holiday.
later.
Alright.
So they're not... So Carl's not in episode 35, or none of them are? Like, I don't know. But, that was fun. Okay. I'm a wee bit upset they don't make the film thing like a main feature that has to happen every episode, because those are like the funnest to me. I like those the best. The music, song of phrase, thingy-majiggy, it's hard, man. It's complicated. I mean, it's fun sometimes, but it's complicated. The monkey news, honestly, it's the same formula every time. He has some half-assed monkey story, and then it's just Ricky and just interjecting questions and then saying he's an idiot at the end, and we're not doing it anymore. But it's always the same. The film thing was something different. Like, I thought it was creative. But anyway, that was awesome. That was great fun. Dude, it's 1,000,000 degrees, which sucks because it's like 11 p.m. and it's like 30 degrees. Crazy. But we got through it without the light cutting out, so that's nice. A win's a win, people. Beautiful humans, it's over. I'm gone. Hope you have a fabulous weekend. See you soon.